Welcome back to another episode on Anxiety Doesn't Own Me podcast. My name is Emmanuel Isaacson, and I'm an anxiety coach who helps people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally. On today's episode, what I am going to be talking about is the difference between medication and natural remedies. And I'm going to give you guys the pros and cons on both so that you can see the difference, and that way you can make your own decision. I just want to let you know from the beginning is that I am more pro natural remedies and not with medication, because just from my personal experience, not me personally, just from my family's experience of my older brother taking medication, and we saw the effects that it had on him, it was a lot of negative effects, and it was a very hard situation to go through as a family, and especially him, just to go through that struggle every single day of experiencing all these different side effects and try to stable him out. And he, until today, still takes medication. It's very, very hard for him to come off them. And it's just me. I'm more biased. I just want to let you know what's up front. I'm more biased towards the natural remedy because, again, there is, things that I think me personally are much more benefit. But I want to give you guys a full understanding and a better understanding of, is it worth it for you to take medication, or you should go on the natural route? And I want to provide you guys that information today. Now, the different types of medications that are out there for anti-anxiety. Now, I'm not going to name you the company names. I'm just going to name you what they are known as. The types is SSRIs, SNRIs, benzodiazepines. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's kind of like a long word. And of course, there are the medication, but these are the most common ones that people take. Now, the benefits, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. The pros of it, taking medication, is that it's quick relief, which is great, that you don't have to wait and you get that relief from your anxiety, because for some people, their anxiety is very chronic and it's very strong. So this medication could give them kind of a boost in helping them out. Now, the way they work with some of them, they enhance your activity of your neurotransmitter GABA, a chemical in your brain that helps you to feel calmer. Or with SSRIs, it works with increasing serotonin levels in your brain, and which influences your mood, emotions, and sleep. But that's the little science behind that. I'm not going to go into more detail, but that's a little bit of science behind it of why people take medication for anxiety. Now, if you saw, that's the benefit. Now, there is, of course, the negative side, the con of taking medication, and this is something that a lot of us don't want to take medication because of the cons that it has on it, and one of the most major cons is that it has a lot of side effects, and one of them, which is a very scary one, is increase of anxiety. We don't want to increase our anxiety, and one of the side effects is that possibility of increase, as well as other side effects, like, for example, there is dependency, where you get addicted to it. There is drowsiness, you can gain weight. There is also potential for depression with it, but you can literally read the side effects online. Whenever you do a recommendation of a medication, you can just Google search the side effects, and it can literally show you all the side effects that it can have. Now, this is one of the major reasons why people do not want to take medication. And one of the other things is that you get addicted to it. You become dependent on it. And a lot of them have a lot of withdrawals. They have a lot of withdrawals, and it can affect the person, and it can affect their body. Like my brother, he has a very hard time coming off his medication because of the withdrawals, these symptoms. That's the thing. And you'll have to understand that it's not a cure. Medication is not a cure to your anxiety. It's not going to address the root cause. It's just going to provide you a calmness. That's what it is. That's what it's doing. It's not helping you deal with the root cause. And the way you overcome anxiety, one of the best ways, is by dealing with the root causes, because if you're able to deal with that, you don't need anything else. So that was for medication, of why people want to use it and what's the benefits, what's the cons, what's the pros and cons about it, and to take in consideration about the side effects and also the withdrawals and, being dependent on it, and to understand that it's not the cure. So now about the natural remedies, what about that? Me personally, I always recommend trying natural remedies first. And I'm going to walk you through why, and you're going to see why it's so much better to try natural remedies first. But again, it's up to your choice. This is my own personal opinion, and you can take it as is of what what I'm recommending. And if you don't, then again, it's up to you. There's no judgment or anything like that. And I don't think that it's, people that do take medication that they're wrong or anything like that. Each person has their own thing that benefits them. And if that's what's going to benefit you and you think it's going to help you, then more to it. Again, at the end of the day, I want you guys to get the right help. I want you guys to be able to overcome your anxiety. Now, what constitutes of a natural remedy? There's like herbal supplements. There's certain supplements like valerian root, chamomile tea, lavender, something like this. Like, for example, ashwagandha. Like, these kind of things are more of like a natural remedy, or even the CBD. And I'm a big believer in more CBD because there is a lot of benefits to the CBD, specifically with Calmly, because over there with Calmly, it's specifically for people with anxiety because it unblocks your CB1 receptors. You understand? And whenever they're blocked, that can increase your anxiety and it can trigger a panic attack. So we want to unblock them. There's also a lot of nutrients to it. There's antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatories. As we know, if inflammation can cause anxiety, so we want to reduce the inflammation in our body. And there's no side effects with Calmly or anything like that, and it's not addictive, so you can take it as much as you want, and you can take it whenever you want, and you can stop it whenever you want. That's the best part, and it helps you to be much calmer, and on top of that, helps you out with your sleep. You understand? So there's a lot of benefits to it, but again, we're talking about in generally speaking about natural remedies. These constitute as a natural remedy. Now, how do they work? Again, with the Calmly, I know exactly how it works, is that it unblocks your CB1 receptors, which help you to feel calmer because whenever they're blocked, it can increase your anxiety. You understand? Now, the benefits, guys, with natural remedies doesn't have to be with CBD, with natural remedies in general, is that you have a lot fewer side effects. A lot fewer side effects, and especially not one of them are going to be increase of anxiety. That's the best part. That is, I think, the best thing, because nobody wants more anxiety, you understand? And it can be integrated into your daily life. And the best part is it's not addicting. It's not addicting whatsoever. That's what it is. And you actually, again, this is my own personal opinion, is that from what I've seen is that you're able to actually work towards healing yourself, because now like I know where I am, because I know a lot of people. I remember I heard this video one time. I saw this video of this lady. She took medication for 5 years, and then she started to taper off, and she got to the point, she's like, you know what, I'm feeling much better, and she stopped taking the medication, and then a few days later she had anxiety again. So for me, anxiety doesn't really help you to like know, okay, this is where I stand. Okay, this is where I am right now. I still have anxiety. I still need to heal myself. You know what I mean? So that's the good thing about natural remedies. You're able to know, okay, I still have anxiety and I'm still working towards that. You understand? Now, the drawbacks that you have with the cons about it is that it may not be as potent enough, it may not be as strong enough as you have with medication, which it can be a good thing and a bad thing, because we don't want to overdo it and feel drowsy and everything. We want to feel calm. So that's one of the cons about taking the remedies over the medication. And it's not only me that recommends, it's not me that just recommends that to take natural remedies first over the, medication. It's also Dr. Daniel Amen. He is a psychiatrist, and one of the few psychiatrists that I actually respect, because I'm a big believer in like not shoving down medication on people's throats, and actually figure out, okay, what's wrong? Why are you experiencing anxiety? Like, let's try to figure it out. And he is more like that. And he's like always saying to people, and he has TikTok and everything, and he always says to take natural remedies first because they're not addicting. There's no side effects. There's barely any side effects to them. And he says it's always better to try that out first and see how you are and see how you feel with it, instead of right away just taking medication, because people don't understand the long-term effects. And he actually done a lot of studies on the brain about people that struggle with anxiety, people that struggle with depression, people taking medication for a very long time. And he says for long term, people don't understand that the effects of these medication have on them. And it's just amazing to see a psychiatrist that come out and speak about it. He's not 100% against medication. He's just, that's more of his last resort for people that struggle with anxiety. And he says it's better to deal with it more naturally and to work on ourselves and our mindset and our emotions as well to be able to feel much better. And instead of just going right away to the medication and like, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. So it's not only me that's saying it. So yes, I am biased. Of course, I am biased because of what I saw and the people that I deal with that have taken medication and hasn't helped them. Like I just spoke with somebody the other day and she's been taking medication already for 15 years and she still struggles with anxiety. She said it does help her. It does help her because it could be much more severe, but it's still struggling with anxiety. As you see, the medication isn't the solution to the problem. Now, you might say the same thing with natural remedies. Yeah, you're right. Natural remedies aren't the solution. But in my personal opinion, it's better to start off with the natural remedies and see how you feel with that because of the side effects that it has with medication and the withdrawals and the dependency that we have on it. It's just much better to start off with the natural remedies and see how we feel with that and see how it goes with that and see if it helps us to calm down, because you'll be surprised of how much it actually can help. Like me personally, with Calmly, with the people that actually help, I had this lady who's been struggling with deliberate anxiety for 3 years, and she tried so many different things, and she finally tried Calmly, and she was able to feel much better. She was able to feel much calmer. And it was amazing. It was amazing to see that. And I was so happy. It was so happy that she was feeling much better. So, again, my own personal biased opinion is that taking natural remedies first is much better than jumping right away to the medication. And again, the reason why is because of the side effects. We want to reduce the amount of side effects we're struggling with enough. We don't want to add more. But again, at the end of the day, if you want to take medication and if you want to try it out, go ahead. I'm not saying not to. Speak to your healthcare professional about it and see how you are with it. But I just wanted to provide you guys a little bit of the pros and cons about, the medication and also the natural remedies so that you can see, what's better for you to start off with. And again, of course, my own personal opinion, if you're looking for that, to start off with the natural remedy first and see how it goes from there. If you did like this episode, please click the like button and leave a 5-star review. The reason why I ask is because this way we're able to reach more people. And the more people that we can actually reach, the more people that we can actually help. Because my mission in this world, my purpose is to help people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally and show them that it's possible to overcome. Thank you guys. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.